Okay, hello. We are here with $500 million deck. So this is turn one. We're just starting, and yeah. So the idea of this deck is that you play a Vizier, you use a bit of a Spire at the beginning to make it a bit bigger, and then you gather the pack to send the Vizier to the board and pop it and embalm it, and then a non-embalmed Vizier like this one will copy the embalmed Vizier and grow bigger and bigger in an exponential level. Right. Okay, so 3 blue.
That was lots of mana.
Yeah, I don't really need to have 2 Viziers, but at the beginning it's okay because she will kill it. Nahiri will kill them, they will go in the board, and I will use them as embalmed Vizier later. So in this deck you have no removals.
No!
The way to survive is to use Ace of Pollen. Okay, now we get a Spire, so we will call a Spire and start
Cycling.
yes, cycling.
Preventing a green gem. A green gem.
Give me what? Oh yes, so my son is asking a very important question. Is a Spire on a green gem or on a blue gem? Normally, when you cast a support with the Planeswalker, the support will tend to go on a color which has affinity to your Planeswalker. Of course, it went on a green one. But for example, New Perspective went on a blue one. Now, if you're lucky, a Spire will go... Right, so if it goes on a green one, every time you cycle the monitor, there is a higher probability they will pop one of your stuff. So another thing I will do, I'll put first the Vizier of Many Faces. As I said before, I don't want to kill him too fast. Okay?
But you don't have Ace of Pollen.
But I don't have Ace of Pollen, so what are we going to do, Ludwicek? We get stuck. Okay, let me cycle it anyway. See what happened. Oh, okay, perfect. We get a 5 here. So we keep this one because it's a cycling card. We'll do 5, so it will be again our turn after this. If you have 2/5, do the ones that are in the upper side of the board. Okay, so even if stuff falls down, will not mess up the setup that you have on the bottom. Okay, so sometimes it happens that you have 2 5s, one above and one below. Then do the one above first, and so you can do the one below after. I can do something like that by cycling. Ace of Pollen, perfect, perfect. You need to have always an Ace of Pollen ready, first because you don't want to kill your opponent too soon, but secondly because you don't want to be killed too soon or ever by your opponent. Actually, when you have a Spire in play, you don't actually need to drag the cards from your hand, from the bottom of your hand to the top of your hand, because anyway Spire will give back the 2. So for example, cycling 2, right? So a cycling cost of 2. Then Spire will give back this 2 to the first card. So as you cycle, the first card lost a little piece here of 2, and Spire just gave it back to you. So it's again full of mana. Okay, so I can reopen here, same thing, click, cycle. The first card will lose 2, and then we'll gain it again. Now you don't have the Sphinx here, so you don't get infinite loop. You have to, every now and then you have to pass to draw a new card. I tried to use the Sphinx in between. It always ended up to mess up the copying of the Vizier with the unbound Vizier if you're a third creature. So I'll end up having to kill one of my Sphinxes to get it off the way, and anyway, this way works better for me. Like that. Okay? 1, 2 Vizier on the board, so now I have 4 activated gem. Confirm. Ace of Pollen will always ask you to confirm if you really are so down that you don't want to kill your opponent. Of course, confirm. And now your opponent can do basically whatever he wants. There is no way to give you any damage except Hour of Devastation. Hour of Devastation will remove your damage prevention and get through to you. Okay, so let's bring back our, like that, huh? Let's keep this other card. Let's keep one Aspire. Ace of Pollen is activated. Pop one more Vizier and pass the turn. So this Vizier will go to 1100 and I will copy it 2 times. 1400, 2000 something, confirm Ace of Pollen and replenish your hand with the Uncage the Menagerie.
Woohoo!
Yeah, we have sometimes, the only thing you don't ever want to do is cycle Ace of Pollen, everything else is game. The important thing is really that you have Ace of Pollen before you pass. Everything else is up to you on Slack.